Ashtavakra Gita, Chapter 1, Teaching of Self-Realization, Verse 7. Identifying with the body, mind, intellect, and pride is the cause of your bondage and suffering. Prasad Bharadwaj. 7th verse. Eko drashtasi sarvasya mukta prayosi sarvada. Ayam eva haite bandho drashtaram pashyasi taram. Meaning, you are the sole witness of everything. You are eternally free. But the fact that you see yourself as anything other than the witness is your bondage. Explanation. The root cause of your bondage and suffering is identifying yourself with the body, mind, intellect, and ego. You are not these transient elements. You are the eternal witness of all that is happening, ever free and independent. However, by not recognizing yourself as the witness, you mistake yourself for these external aspects, thus creating the illusion of bondage. In reality, everything functions within your consciousness. Your sense organs, mind, and intellect operate under the light of your consciousness. This pure consciousness, which is one and indivisible, observes all external objects, mental preferences, and thoughts in the intellect. In this way, consciousness within us, which is the self, remains as the eternal witness, perceiving everything through the bodies and minds of all beings. This consciousness is you, the essence of Tvam-Asi. You are that. Hence, you are always free. Nothing binds you. But how did the illusion arise that you are bound and suffering? In this world, nothing truly binds you or causes suffering. You are always free from bondage. But by not seeing yourself as the eternal witness and instead identifying with the body, mind, intellect, and ego, you create the illusion of suffering and bondage. This false identification is the cause of your suffering. You are the eternal consciousness. It observes the external world through the instruments of the senses, mind, and intellect. However, these instruments belong to the external world. The problem arises when you identify with them. If you can see yourself as the witness, you will realize that you have always been free. The self, which is existence, consciousness, and bliss, is one and indivisible. You are the embodiment of Sat-Chit-Ananda existence, consciousness, bliss. However, by identifying with the body and senses, you mistakenly believe that you are suffering. But in reality, nothing binds you. Forgetting the truth that you are the witnessing consciousness, you falsely identify with the body, mind, intellect, and ego, mistaking them for yourself. The limitations and sufferings you perceive are the result of this identification. Seeing yourself as the body and mind, and thinking their limitations are yours, creates the illusion of bondage and suffering. The self alone, pure consciousness, witnesses everything. Though many things appear to be known, the one who knows everything is only the self. The material world that appears to exist is superimposed upon the self, causing an illusion. Just as fire and heat are inseparable, so too consciousness and existence are inseparable. We have already learned that consciousness is the very nature of the self. We have previously understood that Sat means existence and the sense of being, while Chit means knowing that existence. The awareness of being is Chit. Therefore, if there is Sat existence, there is Chit consciousness. Sat and Chit are inseparable. The intelligence that perceives within us is consciousness, the witness. This witnessing consciousness knows its own existence as Saturday. This Sat-Chit form of the self always exists, remains singular, and will continue to exist. Though many things appear to exist, there is only one reality, the self, which is non-dual and absolute. No matter how carefully you observe the sky, it always appears blue, though the blue color doesn't exist in reality. Similarly, the self, as pure consciousness, continuously perceives and knows everything. What appears to exist is merely an illusion. What is known is also an illusion. In between these two, the self remains silent, unmoving, and blissful. Whether it shines as existence or is known as consciousness, the self remains in blissful silence. Everything that exists is nothing but the self, which is existence, consciousness, and bliss. There is no second entity apart from it. The Taivalya Upanishad declares this truth with great clarity in its 21st verse. Apni padoham achintya shaktiyah pashamya chakshasa shrinome kana. Aham vijnami vivittarupo nachasti vet mamachit sad aham. I have no limbs, yet I have infinite power. I see without eyes, I hear without ears. I have no form, yet I know everything. There is none who knows me, for I am the pure knowledge and the form of bliss. This truth must be realized. You are that ever pure, eternal, and all-knowing consciousness, free from all limitations. Recognize this reality and be free. Dear Divine Source, let us continue this journey of spiritual understanding with the explanation of the 8th verse of Ashtavakra Gita in the next video. Jai Gurudev. Blessings of peace and love to all Divine Souls watching. Thanks for watching and understanding. Like, subscribe and share with your loved ones. Don't forget to hit the bell icon for future post alerts. Stay tuned to Chaitanya Vijnanam YouTube channel for future videos. Prasad Bharadwaj.